Okay, good day everyone. We are going to deal with this question. The graph below shows how the speed of an elevator changes with time as it descends from the fourth floor to the ground floor of a building. So as you could see in the graph, on the y-axis is speed, and then the maximum speed is 1.8, and on the x-axis we have the time, which is in seconds. So the first question that we are going to answer is, describe the motion of the elevator between 0 to 2 seconds. Now between 0 to 2 seconds, you could see that the line is diagonal. A diagonal line represent constant or uniform. So therefore the elevator is moving at uniform or in uniform acceleration. Okay. Now between 2 to 8 seconds, you would notice that the line is horizontal. The horizontal line in a graph represent no change, therefore no change in speed, and that refers to constant speed. So it is moving at constant speed. However, between 8 to 10 seconds, the elevator is in decreasing speed. Therefore, since the line represents to be uniform or constant, so therefore the elevator is moving at uniform deceleration. So it is moving uniform deceleration. Okay, or decelerating uniformly. The next question is, state the magnitude of the resultant force on the elevator between 2 seconds and 8 seconds and explain your answer. So you notice here between 2 seconds to 8 seconds, the elevator is moving at constant speed. Constant means to say the applied force is equal to the frictional force. So therefore, that can be written as the applied force minus frictional force is equal to 0. So that would be applied force is equal to the frictional force. So since the applied force, which is positive, then friction is negative, when you subtract the two values, the answer would be 0. The applied force is equal to the frictional force. Okay, so the resultant force, take note, the resultant force is also called the net force. Okay, so since the applied force and frictional force, okay, so the next question is, calculate the speed of the calculate the height of the fourth floor above the ground floor. So the question is the height. So it refers to the height. The height here is the distance. Now the formula is speed is equal to distance over time. In this case, you cannot use distance is equal to speed times time. You cannot use it because the graph represents y over x, and on your y is the speed and on your x is the time. Now in no way the speed divided by time is distance, so distance is not speed over time. So you cannot use the formula by just multiplying the speed and the time, and that would be the distance. You cannot use that. You need to use The formula, which is the area under the slope, is the distance. So the area under the slope is distance. And the area here is a triangle, so that would be 1/2 BH. And the area here is the length times the width. And the area here is 1/2 BH. So you're going to add the values of the area of the two triangles plus the area of the rectangle. So that would be written in here. And that would be the distance or the height, which is equal to 1/2 BH plus LW plus 1/2 BH. So our base there is 2 and our height is 1.8. So our base is 2 seconds and the height is 1.8 meter per second. And you could cancel the seconds. And our length there is 8 minus 2, because length refers to the longest dimension. So that would be 8 minus 2, that would be 6, and our width would be 1.8. So the length would be 6 seconds times 1.8 meter per second. And our next triangle is the opposite of this, so it's still 2 seconds multiplied by 1.8 divided by 2. So that would be 1/2 times 2 seconds, 1.8 meter per second. Okay, and this one is cancelled too. So when you do the calculations, it will give you an answer which is 1.8 meters plus 10.8 meters plus 1.8 meters. By the way, we're going to disregard the signs in here. Remember that this one is decelerating, then we're going to choose negative in here because speed is scalar, so therefore the direction is disregarded. This would be 14.4 meters. So the height of the 4th floor above the ground floor is 14.4 meters. So I hope you understand this question, and don't forget the distance here is not speed times time but the area under the slope. Thanks for watching.